Begin recording, and good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Hawkeye Monday morning session. We'll go from 8 o'clock to 9:30 this morning. And the disclaimer, trading the foreign exchange on margin carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can be working against you as well as for you. Before deciding to invest in foreign exchange, you should carefully consider your investment objective, level of experience and risk appetite. The possibility exists that you could sustain a loss of some or all of your initial investment, and therefore you should not invest money that you cannot afford to lose. You should be aware of all the risks associated with the foreign exchange trading and seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you have any doubts. This is Monday morning. I believe it's October 5th. This is a live trading room. It is for educational purposes only. No financial advice or recommendations will be provided. Any trades taken during this session is not a recommendation or a suggestion that you should also do the same. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Do not trade money you cannot afford to lose. And before trading live, always operate with a written trade plan that identifies the rules for entry, exit, targets, and risk management. And that takes care of that part. And let me see if I can get my charts up. Let's go with this one. And let's try it this way here. Trading view, new charts, new folder.
Let's see.
Go with the Euro Swiss. Let's try this. And you should see a Euro Swiss chart now. Coming up.
No.
A US Canadian. Do you see the US CAD chart?
No.
You don't see any chart. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing. Let's see if I can find out where my charts are. Mark, you want to go ahead and start sharing yours while I'm trying to fiddle with this?
Yeah, let's do that. We'll figure it out as we go. Okay. So let's take. Let's check it out. So I'm gonna watch the chat as well. Anyway, so just a heads up, I'm having some technical difficulties with my alerts, so I'm not able to see them at the point. So the AIRIS alerts, I'll need someone to kind of guide me to what we see. This morning I was just going through, drawing a couple wedges, saw a really nice breakout on Euro USD. You know, we got 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, that validates that trend line. We got 1 point, 2 point. I don't like having them too close together, but here, this is pretty good. This is not too bad. And is there any alerts at this point that we've?
There was at 7:15. There was a US CAD at 7:15 this morning.
Let's go take a look at that. Let's go take a look at that. 7:15. So
actually, we just got one 3 minutes ago.
Okay, talk to me.
That one is a. No, let's see. No, that's what I'm showing here is 7:15 on the US CAD. Let me see if I can find another.
Oh, you're fine. Okay.
Go ahead.
So 7:15. Let's take a quick look. So I'm gonna draw this. Yeah.
Excuse me. There are several others.
Oh.
Okay.
Right on.
There are several at 7:45. There are 3 of them at 7:45.
Nice.
USD yen, Euro USD, and Kiwi USD, all ascending wedges.
Oh, nice.
And then finally at 8 o'clock, Euro USD descending, what you were just doing. So.
All right, cool.
Interrupt you. I just wanted to update.
No, you're fine.
Glad you're there because I'm having.
Okay, no problem.
I may have to log off and log back in again if it keeps up here.
Okay.
Okay, we'll check it out.
Covered. Right.
All right, so this one looks like it's already gone out of the chute here. So the UJ, if I had, so every time I'm drawing this, I'm basically just taking this line here, and I'm drawing a vertical line at the time of the break, or at the time of the alert. So this one, and then I'm just going to take my triangle tool, And then I'm just going to go from one end to the other. Now this is going to be probably a pretty small wedge. So I'm going to slide this one over here. And I'm going to take this D and send it up here. Because if I look back here, we've got a really strong trend line. And this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a nice trend line at the bottom to validate that this is where we want to have it. Let's see, right there. That's basically, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 inside hits on this trend line on the 15-minute candles to the pip. And then you have this one that breaks out, tags it, and takes off. So I would say that this is probably out of the chute. You might be able to get in for a potential buy because this is a pretty strong uptrend. So there might be an opportunity for a buy. So we'll sit on our hands for this one. Was there any questions about how this was drawn or why it was drawn and why I added an extra trend line? Is that a little, I know it was fast, but you know, I'm looking to at least connect two points, but if I can get 3 or 4 points connected, then I know we have something special and we can rely on. So let's just go take a look at some of the other trades. I probably already drew them without even knowing. So the next one you said, Christine, was the...
You had a kiwi?
Kiwi. Let's go check the kiwi. I've got nothing. So same story here. This is where I first see it. That's a really nice trend line up here. I'm going to see if I can make it up here. Perfect. Look. Boom, 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 boom. 4 hits. This line is solid. So if it breaks out of here, then there's a potential trade. If it bounces off of here, there's also a potential trade. My thinking is that it's going to break to the upside. And I'm not guessing. It's just the way that the whole structure is moving. So if I wanted to have an idea, all right, this is my range of the wedge. If it breaks up here, we could look at a potential target of 66.65. That would be an awesome trade. So let's keep, I like this. Let's see if I can bring this back down here more. But now I'm making it too big. This is bigger than a 15-minute wedge. But I could maybe swing this up a little bit. Now I'm going to breach there. So that's no good. And I'm going to look at this one maybe. And let's see. This is okay. But I think it was ascending or descending? Descending, right?
Ascending.
Oh, ascending. Okay. So we kind of have to make it not flat. Or...
May I ask a question while you're drawing?
Go ahead.
When you're drawing the wedges, okay, because for example, when it says ascending or descending, is it the A to C trend line that is making the incline or decline? Is that how it normally, because I always thought that's how it was, but I could be totally wrong.
Oh, I probably used the tool a little differently than Al.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I mean, I know we're basically doing trend lines to trend lines. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do.
No. I think you're completely fine. Because what I'm doing is I'm just taking, let's take a look here. So if I go like this and here, and I got another wedge, right? But if I do the opposite, instead of doing that one, I start from here, down to here, up to here. I can still make the same wedge, whether I use the bottom, whether I put the A up here or the B down there, I can still make the same wedge.
Okay.
Does that kind of help a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah, because it doesn't, to me, it doesn't really matter where I start it. It just makes it a little bit easier. So let's take a look here.
Yeah. Thank you.
The Kiwi might be an interesting setup. So let's go check the 5 minute. And I'm gonna hide this because I don't want anyone to think. Just throw some questions out there about some of the things. What do we got here? Chats. Let's see the chat. Hold on.
We're good.
You good? Cool. Oh, that's just you being all positive and cheery. I like it. All right. So, guys, check this out. We got something really awesome going on. We've got a wedge within a wedge. So we got a wedge. We've got a really nice, I like the way that it's respecting the top of this trend line. So because I drew this on the 5 minute, I'm going to change the color of this. So we're going to go to, just so I have an idea of when, magenta. Let's do that. And I think I saw something else here. Hold on. That's a little close. I don't like that. We'll try. I don't trust this one yet, but let's see what we got going on. Where is it? There. So let's see. All right, so this small little wedge might give us another different target. So I'm going to go from the point to here, and this is a higher probability trade once it breaks out because it's just smaller of a target. So it's up to you on how a person potentially wants to trade this. But if you wanted to trade this, you could actually take it when it breaches here and take it down. Because that wedge formation is still, it stands true no matter what the time frame, whether it's 15 or 5. Take a drink of coffee. Yeah, coffee's a godsend. So let's go take a quick little look at the.
So Matt, how are you going to? What's your determination of which way it's going to break and which one, if it's worth taking, if it breaks in which direction?
All right, let's blow this a little bit here.
That's probably where the biggest struggle comes in. Sometimes is if it breaks the top, that's we already have our target set, which is good. But the question is, what's the
entry criteria?
What are we using for the entry criteria? I guess would be the question.
All right. So what I'd like to see for me to take this one is I would like it to breach the top. So we're going to do, we did this a long time ago, Al. You came up with this little entry zone.
And I'm almost thinking about going back to that, actually.
Because what happens is it's going to prevent you from taking those a lot of the head fakes. Now, it's still going to happen where it's going to pop up. But the likelihood that price slices through here and then comes back down, I don't think it's going to happen. I think whatever's going to happen is it's going to respect this line, either come up and close on this line or bounce and then reject. So the bounce and then reject is going to be a less probable trade. Like if you do take it from this bounce down, you're taking it within the wedge. So that would be for someone that's been doing it a little while longer. For someone that wants to take it on the upside, I'm going to wait for a 5-minute candle close in my direction, and it's got to go at least 2 pips on the outside. So this line is about 2 pips. I didn't measure it, so don't hit me over the head. But we're just going to wait and see. Now, I don't mind going to look at the 1 minute because my entry criteria is so specific. I'm going to blow this up. These are kind of small candles, smaller than I would like, which leads me, oh yeah, all right, we're gonna, oh, what happened there?
Pound US just came in.
Nice, all right, so we're gonna probably take this to the upside. So let's see. Right, thanks. Is there anyone that's new to our session or our room that needs a little bit of extra guidance? If you guys have any questions about anything you see, I will be more than glad, and Al will be more than happy to dive a little bit deeper. But here we're just waiting for a nice little breakout.
Actually, I'd like to see a show of hands of how many people would consider themselves relatively new to what we're doing in this room. Just if you feel like you're new and trying to understand what some of the basic things you're looking for, just raise your hand so we have an idea of. Because some of you folks have been, okay, they've got some people that are new. Okay. And everybody else, I know I've seen a lot of the other names pretty frequently before, so that's a good thing. Okay, so if you're new, just kind of bear with us and just get the concept of what we're doing, and then we'll, because we're going to be increasing some of our knowledge base here as time goes. Because what we're going to start doing is we're going to start trying to add a little bit more criteria as far as like what we're taking, why we're taking them, try to scale, weed out some of the alerts that are less viable for have less potential, and try and give a little bit more of a criteria. But that's going to involve a little bit more technical analysis. And one of the things we're trying to do is try and teach people in here the art of technical analysis and being able to read the charts and be able to see the different patterns in the charts. So that's the more you stay with us, the more you're going to learn and increase your knowledge base for manual trading. Go ahead, Matt.
Absolutely. I was just enjoying my breakfast sandwich as you were speaking, and I was enjoying the conversation, so it's good. So we're on the line here. We're testing it. You know what I really liked is that's a pretty good rejection candle here. That's a pretty good rejection, and then it comes down. But if you notice, you have a high, a lower high, a higher low, and then you got the same high, and then you got a higher low. So this looks pretty nice. You got a nice M formation. You got W. So look at that. So that is a couple pips down.
Fairly strong rejection of the trend line.
Yeah, because we're looking at this from the perspective that look at the size of all of these candles, these wicks. There's no wick on this one, guys, but you're getting a bounce here. So we'll see what goes on. I'm going to take another bite. Hold on. All right. Sorry, was there another alert that came out as well?
There
I think
was
I
one.
heard
It
that.
was, yeah, there was one
Yeah.
at 8,
Pound
the
US.
British, yeah, pound
Oh,
US at 8:15.
great. Let's go. Let me.
Getting lots of alerts this morning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
very active, and that's what, and that's kind of expected because of the all the stuff that's going on. It's supposed to be a pretty volatile week in the market. So if you're using any of our products, our artificial intelligence, AI, um, more semi-automated trading systems, you're going to want to be very conservative. And even our chief market analyst stated that he's not trading at all this week. And our chief market analyst has traded billions of dollars of accounts in the futures and in Forex. And he said, like, I'm not playing this week. So manual alerts are really good. This is where you're going to be able to make some pretty good money potentially. Yes, there's a W. I'm actually going to use ink to go. Ink to go so I can write on my screen. On my charts, excuse me. So let's do this. This is going to make sense for Al. He's seen this ink to go before. So let's just see. We're now in the middle of the wedge. So let's go check out this one. I'm getting used to using ink to go again. Let's go to GBP US. Oh, no, I don't want to touch that chart. Sorry, guys. I had everything loaded. GBP USD. I'm going to take it down a little bit. Right here. Templates, load. This way I don't have to reload my charts every time. Where is it?
Down lower.
Is it?
Yes.
Or at the bottom.
Oh, there it is. All right, I got it. And no, you don't need 8 charts up. I like to have the daily, the 8 hour, the 4 hour, the 30, the 15, the 5, and the 1. It can be overwhelming if you're not used to it, so don't worry about it. This is just my particular setup, so I'm not going to overwhelm anyone with this, but let's just hide all this, double click here. All right, cool. So if I was to look right at here, I see a really nice wedge forming, or that formed, and we're actually still within a place where we could maybe take this one. So let's throw this on here. I'm not going to go all the way down. I'm going to go here, maybe here. Hold on.
It was ascending red, just so you know.
It was, okay, good to know. So
at 8:15, at 8:15.
So we're gonna do this, guys. This is pretty good. So at 8:15, I think I didn't check my time. I just did it based on what I felt. So 8:15 is right here, guys. This is looking good. I like this. You can actually push this over here if you want because it's a little bit better. That's still a hit. Excuse me. And you kind of got like a flat top. This is awesome. So let's take a look for our thing. And let's drag this down here. So I am looking for somewhere like this. This is called a stick. Well, basically, it's where it could, from the break, it goes to this stick about 77% of the time. We've got something that we've been doing for quite a while now. We've been talking about the boxes, right? The zones, your range, whatever you want to call it. Basically, you're at the top. Here will be the bottom. So if you want to stay, this is our playground. Pretty much our playground. So where does a person gonna like their trade probably there's more room to the downside here than there is to the upside. Would you say that, Al?
Yes, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
You can see where that SIG actually falls right to the bottom of where that box is.
This looks like a good setup, guys. So what I'm going to do, and this is why I love TradingView, like love trading. I'm going to put a trend line on the inside of this wedge. I'm going to add an alert, and I'm going to say once per minute. So if it crosses it, boom, it's going to send me an alert, and I can come back and check this out. So now I don't have to sit my tail down and wait for paint to dry as something happens. But I'm also going to put something up here because you just don't want to be caught when it could break up to the top side. UJ, all right. UJ's breaking trend line. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go see the chart for a second. I can't. There. USD JPY. Is that it? No.
Yeah, that was at 7:45 this morning. USD JPY ascending.
Yeah, I've got something that I want to see here. I'm just going to open up this one. I'm happy I upgraded the RAM in my computer so I can handle all these charts up at once. Nothing like having a system that can allow you to trade properly. You know, and I don't want to get long into this, but if you really want to get serious about things, once you start deciding that that you're going to get into trading, probably good to invest in the right tools. You don't need a super fancy laptop, but you can get for a couple $100, maybe $700-800, you could get a pretty nice used computer with some nice RAM. I'm seeing something here. Yeah, that's what I thought. NZD. Let's go take a quick look at NZD. I got another alert. Something's breaking. Right here. I'm trying to keep my scale at 5 pips so that we don't lose anything. I might take the Kiwi after all. Let me see. What are we at here? We're out of there. We got our candle. What do we got? We got 2 minutes on this candle.
I can't tell.
Yeah, we got a minute 54 before this candle closes. So we're going to see if it closes in our direction. If it does, then I would be comfortable taking this trade. This would look very nice. Even though this thing says buy, don't worry about that.
Where's your moving average? Where's your 62s on this one?
Oh, yeah, I got them over there. I haven't turned them on. So we want to see the 62s on the 5, 10, 15?
5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes.
On the 5 minutes.
5 or 15.
Yeah, let's check this out because we're coming down. We've got about a minute before it locks. So let's go down to the moving averages. Where are you at? I think I got rid of them. Hold on.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be it. So 30-minute. So this is a 30-minute.
How much room is there to the 30-minute on that break?
Not much. I don't like it to the short side. No, we're almost there. We're almost there.
See, and that's a problem that you have to be careful of. You always have to make sure you have enough of a target area when it does break, that you have enough room to your target to get your fiber. If it has less than 10 pips to the target, I won't even consider it. I prefer to see having 12 to 15 pips minimum is what I prefer to, at least to where if it breaks up a wedge and hits a 5-minute or 15 or 30-minute 62 moving average, I prefer to just pass on the trade if I don't have that much room to because those you're usually going to get a pretty strong bounce off of those areas.
The 30-minute 62 is the middle of the road for the 4X. I'm getting a ton of alerts. Let me see what GBP. All right, let's check this one quick here. Yeah, we're at the top. That's a different chart. Hold on, guys.
We lost your wedge.
Yeah, because it's a different broker feed. GBP. Hold on. Oh, it was GBP anyway. Here, we'll go back to my wedge. Here's that zone.
There you go. And see, right now it's still inside it's still inside the wedge.
Yeah, I don't know why I got an alert.
It was rejected off the top part, but it wasn't. Right now it's testing the bottom part and see if it gets a break on the bottom.
Right. So we're in there. So nothing crazy. I just don't understand why. Oh, it was JPY that triggered it. It stopped. That's why I like these alerts, guys. They help a lot, except when you're on the wrong chart. Mm-hmm. Except when you're on the wrong chart. I forgot that it automatically switches, and I have each of my charts up here at the top, so I don't have to reload them every time and wait for it. That's the Kiwi. I don't need that one right now. That's the JPY. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna break this thing. Sorry, that was my inside voice. UJ.
When you start answering yourself, we'll worry about you, Matt.
Oh yeah. Well, that's some of the best conversations I have all day. JPY. Next time I'm going to clean up my charts a little bit better so we don't have all this stuff on there, not to confuse people or any of that.
Yeah, I apologize for having problems being able to share my charts this morning, but tomorrow I'll be back on my desktop and it should be back at normal again.
I can't believe we missed this one. Why did I not listen to my alerts? I knew better. Here's the stick. Here's the break. It didn't make it. But that's not that big of a move, guys. This is 5 pips to the downside. Looks like it could be. This looks like it could have been a head fake out.
Yeah,
on the UJ.
And the thing is, we've been getting a lot of those lately, and that's why we're really working hard to put a criteria on the trade, whether or not to take it or not, because we've been getting a lot of those head fakes. And I consider a 4 or 5 pip or even a 6 pip move pretty much of a head fake.
I'm just gonna get rid of that other GU tab because it's getting fuzzy. This one has this is probably one of the better wedges that we've had this morning is the GU. I think just from the initial setup and whatnot. It's just we're trying to see. There's nothing else there. So
I do like this one. If it breaks out of the bottom, I like where you have on the left-hand side, you have all those big blue candles on the left-hand side between your A and your B.
yeah, right here. Bang, 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 bang.
right, if it breaks out of that wedge at the bottom, you've got a lot of clear sailing all the way down to pretty much the length of that stick.
And these are really big wicks, guys. This is not because my chart is really small. These that's like a 20 pip wick. That is not cool. You don't want to be trading in a 20 pip wick, because if you've got a 7 to 10 pip stop loss, you can't trade this bottom here. And we want to try to stay as tight as we can when we're trading wedges. So big wicks, not great.
Just remember that the bigger the wick, the more the wick on the bottom, the more wick you have on the bottom, the more buyers there are to drive it back up. And if there's a big wick on the top, there's more sellers at the top to drive the price back down again. So when you get up into those areas where the wicks are, that's where you're going to run into the biggest problem with trying to get through those wicks, because that's where the buyers and sellers came in. Once you get through the wick area, then it's pretty much clear sailing until you get to the next area of wicks.
Let's see. I'm going to see if I have a simpler chart, Al, one that doesn't have all my other stuff on it. I'm just going to use a new chart, maybe. New template, load. Let's just use basic. Wedges basic, that'll work. I think this is the one that we can. They might not be set up 110%, but they're pretty good. Let's see if we and I'm going to shove this one over here. We're going to put all that over there. Okay. So GU. I try to always keep my scale at 5 pips, just because I switch time frames so often, and if I'm not careful, I can misread. So let's throw another quick little wedge on there. Here, there. I think we're using that. Something like that. Same deal. We're coming up. You got your, I think that is the 30-minute 62, guys. It is the 30-minute 62. So, Aqua, 30-minute 62. GBP USD. There we go. Broke out of the top. And I think we're good to take that because of the crazy impulsivity it just had. Hold on. What are you thinking? We got a big spread here. This is big. 7-0 on the 15.
Where's our target on that one?
Let me go see on this one here. I've got our target set at, oh, I had it at the wrong spot, but I would say based on the wedge on the stick here, we got up to 1.2998, yeah. But someone can just put 10 pips. But whatever you do, you're probably going to want to maybe not sit on there too long, right?
Let's take a look at this one.
I'll see what.
I'm not sure I can share them very easily today.
I'm sorry?
So I can pull up my charts. I can't share them very easily today. I'm on 2 different desktops. I think is what's happening.
Yeah. Let me go see if I can verify something more here. Probably going to get a little bit of heat there. Where's that one? GBP.
Looks like
That's
we could
a
have a target area.
pretty. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm just checking my chart here.
All right, that's the 5-minute candle close. Boom. Yeah, that's good. I think we're good for a little bit. Let's see. I need to go check the little one. Hold on a sec. I'll be back.
So let me see if I can share my screen here. Let's see if I can make this happen here. I don't know where my Zoom room is here. Okay, let me try and share a screen here. Can anybody see my screen?
Yes.
Anybody see a British pound screen?
Yes.
You're seeing my screen?
Yes, Al. I'm seeing yours.
Okay. Okay, good. All right. Let me take this off here and see what we can. That's another little deal that we look at a lot sometimes. I'm looking at this to be the target right up here. It's just about getting pretty close to where my target area is. This is where the top of the major trend started. This was basically back at Friday. I believe it was Friday was first or Thursday.
Thursday.
And we had a nice little trend. We had the break. So I already broke this trend line. And so we're on today. Let me see. Let me get this one right. 8:15, I believe it was. I'm just going to start drawing this one from scratch here. This is British pound. I believe it was 8:15, right, Christine?
Yes. Yes.
8:15. I'll put on a little higher time frame chart so I can see where the
Ascending.
trend is. It was ascending.
Yes.
So, okay, so we have a wick there. Okay, so I'm looking at this pivot right here. I'm looking at this one to this one, see, and we've got some hits here. Let's put this up to the top. That's ascending. That's an ascending. Here's the bottom. I'm going to put in. This is all the higher trend lines we're looking at. This is the major wedge, and now we're looking at the wedge inside the wedge, which is where the break was. And so I'm going to be looking at this peak right here. This trend line has been validated. This has to break before it can offer this off the higher trend. Here's where the alert came in. So I'm going to be drawing the smaller triangle pretty much from this point down to here. Back up to before the alert, come back down. It's breaking out. Now, once it breaks out, I'm right now looking for it to break the top of this purple trend line. And if it can break that, then we can go all the way up to this area. So this would be my target. And we'll see how that stick that Matt was talking about, how that plays out. Let's put this on a 5-minute chart. And this would be the target from way over here. This would be the target. And see if there's enough pips on this one to. Now we did get strong move up, did close above where the A is. Now it's coming back to retest this trend line. This would be a big telltale whether or not this is going to be worth taking or not. And the range on this would be from here to here. That's 9, 10, there's 11 pips. There is enough room from the wedge, the yellow trend line, not so much from the top of this blue candle.
All right, there we go.
Okay, Matt?
Yeah. Hey, I can see your chart.
Yeah, I got it working, so we'll see how long that lasts. But Anyway, so yeah, we've got the British pound. Now, I probably drew maybe a little bit different because you already had a break from
Yeah.
down here. So this was my major trend, my purple one. Here's my A, here's my C. It was a descending wedge. We did get the break of the yellow line, but came right up back into where the major trend line is. It did close above it, but if you look at it from a 15-minute, a higher time frame perspective, this is the area way over here, whereas I'm looking at it to be tested. If you look and see where the candles are on this one, actually, here's the top right here. This is and that's right about that 90, 29, 78 area. If I can get over to, let's draw over there. So there is room to the upside. If we do, it did break this wedge. It closed above this purple one. And right now I'd say that, and we check in our RCS tool. Let's see where that is.
We had a ton of strength, at least when I checked it on the 15.
Yeah, it looks like we have on the 5 minute, we still have our spread of 4.
Yeah.
This one off here. And MSR, let's see if we can get this one.
I gotta stop that alert.
Averages.
It's it's ringing every minute.
Yeah, actually, this looks like this could be a good trade, but I'm only going to be looking to go into pretty much where that target one is if it does break out.
Yeah, I didn't even set a take profit, but if you don't mind taking a little bit of heat on it, it could be a very profitable longer term move. And the reason is this is pretty much the bottom. It's been the bottom of the British pound for a little bit, so there's still quite a bit of. But the thing is if you want 10 pips, take your 10 pips. Don't sit here in that trade forever and lose out on your pips. Not operating in conflict. Just it's up to you. Whatever you feel like you want to trade.
So we'll be looking at pretty much could be a potential target all the way up to this area.
Yeah. But I'm seeing we could take a little bit of heat here, but we'll see. I'm not overly concerned. I think there's enough momentum to the upside.
All the moving averages are in the right direction on this 5 minute chart.
Yeah.
And we are getting the retest of the wedge. And let's see where we are on the 1 minute here. Let's see if these moving averages are in the correct direction. They are. A little bit of a consolidation here, but not too bad. And we wait and see what happens here. If we can get another blue candle to close above this wedge, it might be worth taking it. I'll go and put a buy stop in. Buy stop at, we're looking at 29.67.
Oh, you're not in yet.
No, I'm not in yet.
Oh, okay. Cool.
29.67. I'm just looking for that break. And it is retesting. I'd like to see some blue candles here.
Yeah, it's creating a wedge.
Target. And put the buy stop
That's
in.
the newest high.
Now I'm in. And basically, if it comes back into to retest this 62 on this 1 minute, I would be looking to getting out of it. Or if it closes below that, I'd be looking to get out of it. right now, if everything works as anticipated, is it should not come back into the wedge until it breaks out towards the up to the top side. This is where we've been trying to get in some of these earlier entries off the secondary wedge as it comes back down and test the secondary wedge that we would have had drawn in here, and then breaks above with the moving averages. This is where I like getting in primarily. But this helps give confirmation to the move to the upside. One nice thing, if you can get in, if you can catch these secondary wedges and where it tests it, pulls back, and takes another run at it with everything confirmed, a lot of times you can get an extra. By the time you get to the top of the wedge, you've already got almost your target already out. Now you're looking at getting it even more. But it's struggling right in this area. It's struggling a little bit here.
Yeah, it's fighting. Having a hard time, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. There again, this could have been the little bit of the trap. I mean, so your target's only up here about 11 pips from where the break is. Now, it has a nice little break, nice little momentum break here. If it, like I said, if it comes back into the wedge, then that means this move probably isn't continuing like I would anticipate it. And I do like the fact that this has a very small pullback. We have a nice big move up, strong move.
That was like a less than 40% pullback. It's not deep.
Yeah, and that's what I like about it. It's not a very deep pullback. Pulled back about 23. Actually, right now it pulled back about the 38.6%. So that's usually a nice pullback for the target to be up in this area, which is right about where our partial wedge is here. I do like this as being a target. This area right in here. Take this off. Nice if it goes back into the wedge, and I'll get out of this trade and look for a better entry. Right now it's basing right inside this area. It's basing. Pull it up.
I've got something fun, Al. I've got something fun. Yeah. Let's let me show you real quick.
Sharing.
So yeah.
I'll stop sharing.
Cool.
Al, do you want to check out the Kiwi USD or no? Came in at 845.
Did that just happen?
845. Yeah.
Okay, I'll check it out while Matt's doing this one.
All right. This is a 4-hour chart, guys. I drew a 4-hour wedge on here. I'm a little bit off because I drew it on the 8-hour, but big deal. Point still stays the same. I took the stick, top to bottom of the wedge, put it at the break, and this is where we are currently today. So I'm going to draw a vertical ray so that we can have an idea. So if it holds true that it's going to take the break at 77%, that means our target 29.84 is realistic. Isn't that interesting? So let's go see what we got. Excuse me. Over here. What are the, and then because I put a ray there, it's going to be right here, 29.84. This could be pretty cool.
That would be great.
So we'll see. Yeah, still okay with that. All right. Let's take another look at something here. This is the close of the 5-minute candle. Oh, I'll show you something too, just while we're waiting for Al to do up the kiwi.
Kiwi.
All right.
8:45, I think.
Where is that?
Yeah, send it.
All right. So, trend line, 1 minute. Wedge, 1 minute. Okay. 1 minute wedge. Am I worried about this trade? Not yet. Are we going to get some heat? Probably. Is there a lot? Like, can you get your target? Most probably. So I'm going to do this one in white for the sake of clarity. And then we're going to do, excuse me, we're going to do another wedge here just so you can see what, so you got a nice little wedge here. And these are 1 minute wedges, guys. So I'm trying to show you that you can trade 1 minute wedges as well and how powerful they are once you start seeing the wedges all over the place. This one's no good. I'm not going to count that. You don't want, the top of a run is kind of hard to draw a wedge, especially going back in time. So you're generally going to want to have either 3 points, 1, 2, 3. And then you could do, that'll work. I'll try this for a second, see if I like that a little bit better. But as you start drawing wedges, you're going to start liking them a lot because you're going to see them all over the place on every time frame, and they're going to help you identify potential targets. This is just so you can kind of see the wedges where maybe you don't see one, but with a little bit of practice, you will see the wedge. So anytime you have kind of like a big run up, you're going to have a wedge. Sometimes on the 1 minute, I don't mind breaking a wick. But it gets, eventually it starts making sense. Oh, here's a really good one. This is an awesome wedge. This is a continuation. If you see something like this, a run up and then a bigger run up, this is what you want to take all day, every day. So, and then you got another one here. Al, how's it looking?
Yeah, it looks like it's pretty much right in the middle of the wedge right now. It's not looking like it's ready to break out any place anytime soon. We are looking coming up on the 9 o'clock hour, which we've also seen in the past quite a bit of activity during that period of time. I would suggest we just sort of stay with the ones that we have right now. And
yeah, let's not have too much.
Yeah.
Let's not have too much on the go because I'd rather be well aware of this single trade here, and we're going to watch it. So if I have, here's that 1 minute wedge I just drew, you got a little break. And you can do this while you're waiting. See, it's not a 2-pip break, so that kind of bothers me a little bit, but overall I don't think the story has changed, the picture.
The British pound trade, I'm not happy with that. It's taken too long to break out the top of it, although it may happen right at 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
gonna keep an eye on that one.
yeah, it's slow, Al. It's slow, much slower than I wanted. I was expecting a really nice breakout here, so if it doesn't happen on this candle, I don't know if I want to stay in this past the.
Actually,
Let's
it's starting
see.
to break out as we speak right here at the 9 o'clock close.
Yeah, well, I hope it. Well, you know, we talk about hope and pray, so.
We have another alert.
Yeah, we're getting alerts all over the place today.
Yeah.
That's
Some
a
days
lot.
we get none, and today we've been getting we've probably what about 6 alerts already this morning.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them.
Too much to trade. So just like
The newest
that's a huge rejection, guys. On the 1 minute, that's a big rejection. But we'll see what goes on. What was the last alert that you had? I'll do it on another screen.
Aussie US at 9 o'clock right now.
Aussie US. Where's that? Aussie US.
I'm just asking you guys to check them out because I'm not as confident with my wedges yet, and I don't want to leave anyone astray.
You'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But I just, it's too important.
Aussie US.
Yeah, ascending at 9 o'clock.
Yes.
Right now, I'm just watching this British US. It's starting to break out. It's look like it's breaking.
Yeah, I'm liking that.
I like paying attention to the ones we're already in and worry about the one. There it goes.
There we go, guys.
Bingo.
Hey.
Let's see, do we have our 750?
I forget what that's called. That. Oh, that's not the wick. That's the wick. Okay.
Now that just broke out just right at 7 pips. So you could have gotten your target, or you may still be waiting to see if you can catch a little bit more. There is a little bit of on that stick that we drew. We still have some room to the upside still.
So Al, this stick right here on the 1 minute chart, it hit it to the pip.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
It's amazing.
There is something,
and if you want to see
to this madness.
Look, Al. Watch. From the break
close this one out. Sorry.
to the pip.
I got to change screens here. Where'd your
It didn't make it that
here?
time.
Oh, there we go. I'm looking at yours. There we go. Now I'm on your chart.
Did that time. 3 out of 4 so far.
Yeah, it's 70%, and that's what it is, 77%. So here, I didn't really like this one, but whatever. It's gonna go there and it's gonna retrace. That's the way it works. It's 70-some% of the time. It's gonna go there and retrace. So just the way it works. And we're in the money today. Tell you what, guys. Hey, watch this. If you're gonna want to exit, you're gonna want to exit at 29.84, or now if you want. Up to you. Whatever you feel is
compelled to do.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's up to you. I will close it down once it gets up here a little bit more. Most people are not trading on the 1 minute. Most people are not trading on the 5 minute. Most people are trading on the hour and the daily. And that's why I like to have a quick look at what the overall picture is on that currency pair. So if I go look at an hourly chart or a 4-hour chart, it'll tell me, hey, this is this is what most people are looking at. Even though most people are wrong.
Sorry.
No, it's true. People are wrong. Like
Yeah.
90% of Forex traders are wrong. So if they say go long, go short. So that's why I don't pay any attention. I don't pay any mind to anything that anyone says online. I could care less. I could care less about... All right, here's where you want to exit pretty soon. Because it pulled back a little bit. Let's see. I'm just checking one thing. I'm happy with 29.84. I'm happy with that. That will be my happy place.
Let's see. Is 2984 fib line for us?
That's a good question.
See,
I
let me
didn't.
see here. I'm checking it out here. 2982 is our red fib line.
Okay, I'm getting out of it then. Wait, no.
And that's right. And that's right where and that is right where. Remember, I drew that retracement target.
Yeah.
It's right in the middle of that target zone.
Oh, surprise. So here's the really fun part of this entire trade is when to get out and when not to get out. Because having this kind of a trade is great, but exiting and then it going like another 50 pips sucks. But here's the time you want to get your daily bread because you don't want to be... this is... Let me see if I can...
There's several thoughts to that. Is that I find out that if I just go and get the daily bread, get the 7 or 10 or 12 pips, be happy with it. And if it goes more, just like, well, it'd been nice to have gotten it, but I got mine that I need and I'm looking for the next trade, as opposed to saying, oh, I'm going to go for a little bit more and have it retrace back and stop you out. I find that to be much more annoying than to let some... I always look at it, just
totally
let the next... I always look at it, let the next person make some profit too. So you sell to them, you're long, you go, you take the buy, you sell for your profit, you're selling to somebody else, and just say, well, let them make a little bit of profit too, and just be happy for them.
Yeah,
everybody wins.
Now we're back in. So I should have exited, we didn't.
I don't know if I can share this one or not.
There was this one stock trader. There was this one stock trader, Wade Cook, many years back, who said that he would go for the meter drop. Like he wouldn't go for like the major run. He's like, he compared it to like a taxi cab driver. You know, someone gets in the cab and they get some money right there, and whether he takes them, 5 miles or that person 10 miles, it's the meter drop. The person got in the cab, the timer went down, and so it's.
Christine, I read that book. It was I can't remember the guy's name, but yeah, he was
Wade Cook.
Wade Cook. Okay, yeah.
Wade Cook, yeah, and
Cook.
And he talked about the taxi drivers that would wait at the airport for the $20 fares, and he would just do those little short $1 and $2 fares because every time someone hopped in his cab, he dropped the meter. That was $2 right there, and whether he went 5 miles, but he made a lot more money with that meter drop than the guys that are waiting for the bigger fare at the airport, waiting to get the trip downtown. So, and that's what we're doing here.
That's a bunch of wisdom. That's a bunch of wisdom.
We're just trying to get that little bit over and over again. We can take 3 or 4 trades in the time that someone's waiting for that bigger run.
Yeah. Well, Ava got 2% on that one.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I know some people that will wait in trades, and they've worked with companies, and they're with companies, and there's some educators, and they're not with us, but they'll brag about getting 150 pips and 100 pips, but it took them all week in one trade. And what you don't see is the time where it never went to their target and then reversed. So I'm exiting at my target that I had put at 29.84 because I'm a happy camper.
Yeah.
So all you need is one good trade a day, and you can do very, very well.
Right.
So you want to be consistent. You want that consistency.
Do you guys see where drawing the 1 minute wedges is going to help you? Where you can, does this start to make sense? And why you're going to want to have the 1 minute draw these wedges? Because you can see, boom, boom, and you can take this all day, guys. All day. Look, we might have another wedge here. Or it's not forming yet, but let's see what this looks like. Just for the heck of it. Price likes to repeat itself. Al, you make your you hit your target or what?
I did. Yeah, I got my target.
Good.
I got out before it hit the target box, but.
Oh, okay. Hey, that was cool, about the 4 hour wedge and how it was right to the pip where it reversed.
Yep.
Did you see that, Al?
I do. I'm trying to see where I'm trying to find your chart right now.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Al. Here, look, check.
There it is. Okay.
Isn't that cool? So this is why you want to get to the point where you can draw wedges all over the place, because you can draw it on the 4 hour, and you're going to get to the pip, because that's 77% chance it's going to get there.
Yep.
That is the moneymaker. You guys are getting lots of secrets right now. Stuff that has taken a couple thousand hours of chart work to figure out.
Matt, Pedro has a question.
Pedro, talk. Oh, yeah. Hey, look.
Can you read
Don't
it?
you have more room for error by taking small amounts of pips because we can make more trades? Yes, but I don't like making... I don't like having more room for error. Let me phrase it this way. That's a really good one, but let me phrase it this way.
It's an interesting question.
It's very deep, very profound, because yes, you have more opportunities and you don't have to wait on one perfect trade. Okay, this was beautiful. This was a high probability, awesome trade to take. Because we had other confirmation. We had that stick here. That alone, you don't need no fancy indicators. You don't need tab 29 to be able to take that wedge trade. You don't. You don't need any of this other stuff on my screen. You don't need these buy alerts. You don't need any of this stuff. Okay? Doesn't matter.
They're helpful.
They are, but they're not required at all. Let's go check. What was the other one you said, Christine? Was it Aussie?
Was it Aussie? Yeah, Aussie.
Well, yeah, the last one at 9 o'clock was Aussie USD.
Yeah, 9 o'clock Aussie, ascending wedge at 9 o'clock.
All right. Aussie likes to move a little slower than the GBP at this time of day. So we might still have an opportunity to do something here. So let me get rid of this chart. I have lots of GBP charts up. Come on, guys. All right, let's GBP, and this one's GBP, and leave, and let's not do that one, and that one. All right.
Switch chart up.
Oh, I don't have any chart up.
I'm not seeing your chart right now.
No, you just see my logo.
Yeah.
Did you check that out with the pitchfork?
Oh, very nice.
So, swimming with the sharks. It's like we like to do. We swim with the big dogs. Where is Aussie? All right, I'm gonna fix this up real quick, just real quick, so it's not so bad.
Pedro's asking, is the Euro USD close to breakout through the top?
Oh, let's go check. Euro USD. Hold on, we'll put 15-minute on.
And that
And
alert
then,
came in at 8 o'clock.
all right, let's go. Let's do this one first because this one's about to break. And then we're gonna go check. Hold on. So yeah, but you see why you don't want to be messing around. So there's a couple ways to draw this wedge, this triangle, whatever you want to call it. You got this one here. I'm gonna blow it up in a minute, or you could draw it like this. There's two. There's two really nice ones. Okay, here, 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 and here. But I'm gonna have to adjust that a little bit so that you can get a better wedge. So there's a big wedge and a small wedge. Big wedge is not a 15-minute wedge. So we're gonna put that there. Flat top. Was it ascending, right?
Yes.
It was,
Yeah.
yeah, and it was at 8 o'clock.
And
So
it was
we're doing Euro USD? Oh, Aussie USD.
no, this is Aussie. This is the Aussie.
9 o'clock.
It's at 9.
9 o'clock ascending. At 9
Yeah.
o'clock.
So this is where we're at. We're going to draw this for the sake of everyone's sanity. And let's have an idea where this could go, okay? So I've got a really nice wedge here, which means that I can put... Oh, I drew this one this morning. So I can take this stick and maybe put it here. So this broke out of that channel. This is the direction where I saw some things going. So I'm going to switch this up a little bit. I'm going to swing it here. And this is a nice pitchfork. I'm actually going to put it down here at the swing low. And then I'm going to swing it up again. Doesn't feel as nice. What I'm looking for is so pitchforks are trend lines on steroids. We're going to get into a little bit more advanced stuff in a little bit. Maybe sometime we'll show you how you can combine wedges and pitchforks together, where you can get a bottom bounce and a median and up from, let me put my ink to go on. I think I have it still. I think I closed it. Hold on. Ink to go. It's really cool because you can write on your chart, on your screen. And you don't have to use their tools. I just can't see where it is. Ink to go. So we're coming down. I am going to hide this for a second. Hide. Cool. This is a bigger pitchfork, guys. That's a bigger pitchfork that I drew earlier. That's an 8-hour pitchfork. And it's on this line. So this makes me want to believe that it's going to the downside. What is it?
A shark?
Yeah.
It have a fins?
Yeah, it has fins.
And eat fishes?
Yep.
And the mosasaurus eat that shark?
Yeah, the Mosasaurus eats that shark too.
I watched that one day in my computer.
I know you did. Okay, see you later, Elias. You watched Jurassic Park, the part where it eats the big shark. Yeah.
Yeah, or is it dinosaurs? Like different dinosaurs? Like
He's 3.
Sounds so cute.
Okay, so which way is this pitchfork going now? So right now, where are we at there, Matt?
Oh, sorry. I was losing track. I was distracted for a bit. So, pitchfork. 4-hour pitchfork. Big stinking pitchfork. When you get a bounce around here on your pitchfork at a higher time frame, and I'll show you guys how to draw them, and we'll try not to butcher them, because if you put them in the wrong direction, they don't work. So let's have an idea real quick here. Hold on. I'm just trying to make it there. All right, I'm happy with this now. Let's put a stick and a stick. Look at that, guys. We're right at the bottom of this kind of playground. So maybe it'll come down and come up. Let me see if I can find. Just going to check something on the other chart here. Still kind of some. Upward. Yeah, they're still fine. Ooh. Okay, so what are we looking for? We might see a sell because we're basically at the top here. I was going to draw a trend line. I know this is a 10-minute chart, but 5 and 10 are pretty similar. They're like kind of kissing cousins.
Okay,
And that's
everybody hear me
only.
now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah,
What
I
happened?
lost audio there for a second.
Oh no.
No, well, my headset went dead, and I had to change earbuds.
Ah.
So looks like it's starting to look to try and break out the bottom of this thing.
Yeah, it might. It really might. Oh, sorry, guys. And Pedro, I think he was the one that asked about Euro US breaking out of the top, right? Well, we just made a newer high. This is the high that was there. So everyone this week, from all I could see, wanted Euro US to go short. They were all betting on it going short, and I'm like, no, it's not going short, guys. That's why 90% of Forex traders are wrong. What do we got? Euro US. Let's throw this over here. Let's watch this for a little bit. 5. All right, we're coming down. I'm actually going to take this short early, even though I will take the chance that it reverses on me. I'm comfortable taking it within the wedge. So this is Aussie US. Yeah, I'm fine with taking this one short where I did. And the reasoning behind it is my stop loss is going to be at the top of this wedge anyway. So it's like 5 pips. I'm not letting it come really high. It's a little bit of an early entry. You can wait until 5-minute candle close on this side and then take it in. Basically, you're just getting about an extra 5 pips by taking it in here. But you're increasing your risk pretty significantly, right? So you need to know what you feel comfortable doing. Taking a 5-minute candle close in your direction with 2 pip on the outside of this line here is actually really, really solid. And I didn't put that on the wick. And this is not on the wick either. Hold on. Where's D? Up here. So you're almost flat. Let's see if we can have an idea. Let's do...
One thing you can see right now where that stick that he has drawn, the bottom of that stick is right at the bottom where that other pivot went right into that other wedge to the left, which I find is interesting.
Oh, I like this. All right, I'm going to change the color just because we've got so much orange on the chart, but let's do teal. So here we got tag. It kind of fizzled out. We got a nice tag. This trend line is like on point. If you want to get a real nice, so it's probably going to come down here before it bounces. So it's probably going to tag here and then bounce. This is the median line of the pitchfork, and at a later time, Al and I will go over and show you guys how to draw pitchforks properly. They're not rocket science, but you need to draw them correctly or else they're not going to work.
It's all part of the trend lines that we're looking at. Oftentimes, the trend lines of the pitchfork are oftentimes the same trend lines of the wedge that we're drawing. We're just confirming those locations.
Exactly. You're absolutely correct. And there's something special about pitchforks. They're basically trend lines on steroids. There's a lot of Fibonacci in the pitchforks, and the simple explanation, oversimplification, is that it's because you put your pitchfork on a swing high and a swing low on the time frame. That's what's important. And if you want to see really how interesting this is, I'm going to put another pitchfork from the swing. I'm going to have to use a higher time frame, but I'll show you how they'll overlap. So instead of that, I'll use a 30-minute pitchfork, and I'll look for a swing high and a swing low, just so we can illustrate this point right here. So right here, you can put a pitchfork. You can go from the sky. It's actually, so there's only a couple things that one of my mentors has coined and named after himself. And this, we have to hold true to it, is called a Gregor's best fit. So it's basically, you're not going to find this anywhere except through him. It's a best fit pitchfork. And it's basically, you see this angle? It's overlapping with this angle. So this is the angle, this is the overall trend of that direction. Even though this fork's not on there 100%, but anyway. Let's go back down for a sec.
We got about 2 minutes, 1 minute. We're just about done here.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be done our session, right?
Yeah, I gotta hit the road. So
yes, that's true. That's true.
So, is there any other quick questions before we close for the day? Raise your hand and you can turn your mic on, or put something in the chat or question and answer box.
Yeah, anything you guys have you can think of. If not, just think about stuff overnight.
I apologize for not being able to share my screen today. I'm having to get a little bit more used to working off of a laptop, but I said tomorrow I'll be back home on my desktop, and we should be able to be back to more normal operation here. So anyway,
Yeah.
thank you everybody for coming, and if no other questions, we'll see everybody tomorrow.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the flip side.
Have a great day, everybody.